paranoia surrounding industrial hemp goes back probably about 100 years. They demonised it with the marijuana line, and all of a sudden the society began to break up. And once you get a lack of support for something, the paranoia can take over.
I don't know whether there is an understanding of industrial hemp at all. Hemp's been around forever and is inevitable that it will come back. It's only for a short period that hemp hasn't really been used by man. My name is Phil Warner. I've been involved in the hemp industry for the last 17 years. I got into this business because I was looking for new crops that would regenerate jobs in the bush. Hemp technically has a significant amount of attributes for manufacturing in all forms, whether it's for food, for fibre or cellulose, or even for medicine. And it's throughout the automotive industry. People don't know it. Anybody who's driving a Merc or a Volvo, well, most of the European cars and some American cars, has hemp in their cars. We would grow anywhere upward of 500 hectares a year. It is a highly misunderstood plant. And the problem is that no one really, on the official level, wants to know.
The Australian hemp industry is tiny. Many within the industry point to one regulation holding it back. Earlier this year, Food Standards Australia and New Zealand rejected an application to allow low THC hemp foods to be sold within Australia. The main factor being concerns held by law enforcement agencies.
The sticker says that you agree to purchase this product only if you're going to use it for external use only, or in a country where it's legal. And as you can see from this map on here, it's only Australia and New Zealand that are marked as the countries where it's not legal in the world. My name is Paul Benham. I am CEO of Hemp Foods Australia here in Bangalore. The only difference between the food products that we export and the products that we sell in Australia and New Zealand is the sticker on the front and the sticker on the back of the packs. Apart from that, they're all 100% certified organic food grade material. What people do in their private homes, in their private lives, is private with them, of course.
Currently, hemp foods are sold and consumed in Canada, USA, UK and Europe. Well, everywhere except Australia.
Now I have a half a cup of hemp and I'm just going to sprinkle that right in.
Combine your hemp protein powder with some juicy sweet raisin.
Esta que me gusta que son los corazones de hemp.
The most common misconception is simply that they think cannabis is a drug or industrial hemp is a drug. All strains of hemp contain THC, but then wool also contains cyanide. Everything we deal with in the plant world does have an element of something that in concentrated form will actually affect you in an adverse way. The THC in these sort of plants has, you'd have to smoke a blimmin' joint the size of a telegraph pole to even get anywhere near any effect.
THC is the chemical in cannabis that gets you stoned. Illegal cannabis contains between 10 and 20% THC. Industrial hemp contains less than 1%.
The problem that the police have with allowing hemp as a food is the roadside drug testing. The concern being that if they test positive and they've only been having hemp as a food, they will have a defence in court against their consequences.
It stands to reason that the same sort of issues would exist in England or France or Canada, and they don't seem to have a problem with it.
We know that those tests can show very much the difference between taking drug cannabis and taking industrial hemp as a food, which can't get you high in any shape or form. It's easier for the police to say a blanket no to this rather than to actually address the concerns with science and factual opinion.
The feed contacted police agencies across the country, but no one was willing to come on camera or give a statement.
From the police perspective, they're saying, well, we don't know how to control it. Well, they don't have to. Their job is to enforce the law, not control it. At the street level, the police understand that there is really no value in a plant like this at all in the drug industry.
I'm Phil Reader. I'm an industrial hemp grower on a farm here at Bishopsburn in the northern Midlands of Tasmania. Bishopsburn is a gently undulating country with a mixed range of soils which enable us to do a range of different things. Farmers are looking for another option. We're being limited on options of crops to grow which are profitable. The biggest things that have been holding the industry back, it's classed as a drug, so it comes under the Misuse of Drugs Act and also the Poisons Act. It must be remembered that there's over 2,000 different varieties of cannabis sativa. Over 90% of those are low THC. A lot has been tied up and drawn into parallel with the poppy industry, which everybody's aware is a drug crop, whereas we're growing a crop which is not a drug crop and doesn't need the same sorts of restrictions put on it.
Tasmania grows around 50% of the world's medicinal opium poppies. It's an industry worth an estimated $90 million to Tasmanian farmers. If restrictions were eased on growing hemp, it could potentially become a profitable industry.
There you are. There's all that wonderful seed. That is basically what this product is all about. From all the tests we've done, the seed coming from Tasmania is of a higher quality than that of the mainland. Here's a state, Tasmania. It's a beautiful place. It really is, and it's suffering.
Tasmania currently has the second highest unemployment rate in the country. Tasmanian Deputy Premier and Minister for Primary Industries, Jeremy Rockcliffe, is one politician gunning for the hemp industry.
The opium poppy has been really a key component of cropping production in the last 40 years in particular. Well, it remains to be seen whether hemp will be the next poppy industry.
Industrial hemp as a food or seed would be a wonderful opportunity for Tasmania to lead Australia, and also from an export perspective because of its clean green image.
Could it be the next quinoa, next superfood?
Oh, definitely. Quinoa is a great product as well, but hemp fills a whole other area of nutritional need that we're not getting as well.
They contain omega-3 and omega-6 essential fatty acids, and it's the only naturally balanced plant-based source of that in the whole world. Of course, we can't tell people about the health benefits in Australia and New Zealand because of health claims and the fact that it's not even legal as a food itself. But around the world, that's widely known and widely used. What's the difference between poppy seeds and hemp seeds, in fact? Poppy seeds come from the opium poppy and do contain opiates, and are grown legally in Australia and are found on poppy seed bagels that children can buy.
It's very hard to define where the roadblock's been in holding this up specifically. All the facts are there, the science is there, the decisions aren't being made on science or logic. The senior people making decisions are not prepared to stand up and be counted and say yes. Why does Australia have to be any different to the rest of the world?
The feed contacted the Assistant Minister for Health, Fiona Nash, and in a statement, she said, "We are keen to see this happen, but we need to get it right." The Health Department is currently working with other ministries to address concerns around low THC hemp.
To allay any concerns that people have, I think it just requires a better understanding. Look, the Commonwealth recognises the benefits. It's a matter of how we all work together to get there.
What we're doing in Australia is actually not missing the boat, we're trying to sink our own boat. I think it's mostly just ignorance and reluctance to bite the bullet. I mean, it will happen. The fact is that this is inevitable.